Welcome back. Social media is constantly evolving, and it's important to make sure our kids are being safe while engaging. Today, we partnered with Instagram, and joining us to share online safety tips that both parents and teens should know is editor-at-large at Tech Radar, Lance Ulanoff.
Hi, Lance. All right. What do parents need to know?
Okay, so, it starts with communication. That's really the foundation of all of this. So you want to start the conversation. You don't want to put your head in the sand. You can't act like this is not happening. It is happening. So you talk to your teens about social media and its use. Super critical. You talk about trust. Trust is important, and it goes both ways, right? You have to trust your kid and let them know that, and they have to trust you. So you have a conversation about that, but more importantly, a conversation about who to trust and not to trust online. So important. Resist posting in the heat of the moment.
Yes.
This is the most important skill, and it's about taking a beat before posting, right? It's
in life,
reading.
it's a good
If
idea.
you can play the words in your head, but you can read what you've typed before you post it. So, hot takes, things like that, online anger. It will not be constructive, and guess what? It could come back to haunt you.
It always comes back.
Online is forever, right?
Yes,
it really
That's
is.
right.
It's so you have to start. The kids have to start thinking about this right now. Time management. So you want to talk to your kids about the time they spend on the app and in social media, and just really get a sense that you're all comfortable with it, right? That you're comfortable when they're doing it, how long they're doing it, but again, have the conversation about it. Parental supervision tools are very important and quite useful. So if parents want to understand what their kids are doing online, right, they can really use these tools to hone in on it.
It's also, I think, important for parents to put down their phones while they're having these discussions, because a lot of times parents will say, no phone at the dinner table, and they're on their phone.
Right. It's not just saying it, it's showing them. It's walking the walk. And you also want to have some tips for teens, right?
What should teens be aware of on social
again,
media?
these are not directives. This is because you're having the conversation. You talk to them about not accepting friend requests from strangers. We have all seen what's called smishing, right? Where they use sort of emotional cues to sort of drop in a text or drop in a message that seems like you should respond to it. Except, who is this person? Not someone you know. You don't know these people, do not respond, delete, block.
That's right.
That is rinse and repeat on that. Don't respond to the messages from people and numbers you do not know. That's it. Never share personal details with strangers. What's interesting about this is that people don't always think about what those details might actually be. They can be things like your dog's name, your birthday, your high school, where you are at the moment. When people that you do not know ask you these questions, do not share those details. They can do something called triangulation with some of those pieces of information and figure out your password. Because guess what? We're creating passwords using our personal information. Too many people do this. So one of my tips is create strong passwords. How do you do that? Maybe with the password manager. They're built into all sorts of apps. They're built into your web browsers. Just use them and stop creating bad passwords on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4, monkey, all of that. Stop it. Also, don't share those passwords. Never share them. Don't share your ID.
I don't share my passwords with my wife.
My wife has mine because you never know.
I'm joking. I don't even know my passwords.
Well, that's it.
I know his passwords.
She knows my passwords.
If you need anything, let me know.
Well, your teen should not be sharing this with anyone, any of this ID, any of this information with anyone they do not know.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take a little break. More tips for social media safety with Lance Ulanoff. When we come back, stick around.
We're back with Lance Ulanoff and tips for social media safety for teens. Okay, what's next?
All right, so to help parents navigate some of these issues, platforms are adding some new tools, apps, and features.
Okay.
So Instagram just introduced teen accounts with built-in protections to give parents peace of mind. All right, this is super important. The new teen account protections are designed to address some of the parents' biggest concerns about the time these kids spend on social media. So things like, who are they talking to online? The content they're seeing, and whether or not their time is actually being well spent.
Are there messaging restrictions?
Yeah. So these are some specifics within the app now. So teens will be placed in the strictest messaging system settings. This is automatic, so they can be messaged only by people they are directly connected to. There are also sensitive content restrictions, which is super important. What are people looking at, right? The teens will automatically be placed into the most sensitive, restrictive content settings, which limits the type of content, of course, that they can see. this is important. Sleep mode is enabled, right? The phone needs to stay outside the bedroom, and this will help with it because sleep mode is turned on between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m., muting notifications, and also sending auto replies to any DMs that come in. So really turns them off, keeps them out of it.
They've done
great.
research on kids that even if their phones are off, but in the bedroom, they don't sleep as well as when you remove the devices from the
That
bedroom.
light coming on, right? It wakes you up. You keep it outside of it. So Instagram is automatically placing teens under 18 into these teen
Oh, wow.
accounts. Yeah, so
Okay.
that makes it a lot easier. So teens under 16 will need parents' permission to change any of these settings on their own, right?
Okay.
And it's important because this means that parents are not thinking about putting these restrictions and these protections
do
on.
anything about
it.
It
Automatic.
happens automatically.
Great.
However, if they want more oversight, if they want to allow their teens to have permission to adjust some of these settings, they can turn on the parental supervision settings within Instagram. So they do have a way. Again, all of this is about the conversation to having a better online experience for your teen.
Thank you so much.
For more
Lance.
information, go to our website. We'll be right back. This is great, man.
Has within 3 seconds.
Live is partnered with Instagram to introduce teen accounts. If you're a parent with a teenager, Instagram is automatically placing teens into teen accounts that have built-in limits on who can contact them and content they can see. Scan the QR code to learn more about Instagram's protections for teen accounts.